Welcome to.
Type 10 at Warp 10.
I don't even know you were going to wear the hat, right? Sorry, I just right. Welcome to Type 10 at Warp 10, Season 3, Episode 11. This episode I've named the Equaliser on account of the fact that you're now neck and neck with how far you got on Season 2. We won't talk about the fact that there was more gameplay in Season 2 because we gibbered slightly less, although I'm not entirely sure that's even true.
But we'd gotten into doing it in Season 2 in a big way, I think. So
yeah,
this episode, Season 2, I became, I think, a demon lord, but all I did was make fungus.
You were a demon lord fungus
harvester.
Purveyor of fine fungus.
Yeah, come to my shop and purchase my fungus wares. I make a coffee machine out of fungus. Functioning coffee machine.
We should do a special. We should do a special episode where we freestyle and we just go back to him.
We just write his story.
We'll write his story. We'll freestyle it a bit. We will.
The day operations involved in running, an organization like that. You need to give the right orders, sit in the right meetings. Grease the right palms, get those lucrative fungus deals.
We should make a spin-off app, right? Which is one of those kind of money-making idle games.
Cash grab.
You just get your guys just kind of making the fungus, and you're kind of going, and then you log off, and then you log back on, and it will say stuff like, "You've been offline for 24 hours. You have done 5 tons of fungus. Would you like to double the amount of fungus you've done by watching this short advert?" and monetize the whole thing.
If you want to pay 50p, you can grow a pound of special red fungus.
Absolutely.
This triples in value every quadmaster.
I think we might go into something.
We've got this. We'll call it Fun-Gus.
Exactly, and you are Gus the Demon.
AKA Harry Slaughter. AKA Harry Slaughter.
Well, that's right. It was Harry Slaughter, wasn't it? Right. So we'll we might actually get straight into the adventure. We're not straight into the adventure because we're contractually obliged not to. But we won't. We might get into a bit earlier on the fact that as I alluded to in the description for this episode, and to you just before I'm just feeling a bit down at the moment.
Shitty today.
So also as a consequence of that, it might be a slightly different vibe, and I kind of find I've decided not to have a drink.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not having a drink tonight. For 2 reasons.
One reason is
that I might end up just sending stupid messages to people that I regret, which again, spoiler alert, might happen anyway. And the second one is the fact that if I don't drink, it gives me the option to just jump into the car later and just run away and join a circus or something. Yeah. So we'll see.
Have you got any skills? Have you been practicing? You got any good circus skills?
I've got no circus related skills, but I mean, to be honest, neither does anyone at the beginning of their circus journey, and they have to.
Do you think so? Do you think nobody goes in without having any experience?
No, I think that if you're born into the circus life, so if you're born into the circus life, you don't just come out juggling, right?
I think also there's another way. I think if you challenge a circus guy to a fight and you win, you've become a circus guy.
And you have to do unfortunately what they were doing. So if you leather like a lion tamer, the next night they just hand you a chair.
You got to pick that up quick. You got to pick it up quick.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's the kind of on-the-job experience that you need to become.
So say you go to the circus, right? You challenge the lion tamer to a fight. You beat the lion tamer. You take his whip off him, but you don't want to be a lion tamer. And you need to run away from the circus. Where do you run away from the circus to?
Well, that's kind of what happened to me. So I ran away from the circus and became a data analyst.
Is
And
that what
again,
happens? Is
and
that the
again,
order?
yep.
You run away to the
Again,
circus, and then if that doesn't work, the analyst.
no analysis skills had to go in. I just basically ran away from the circus, got into a fight with a data analyst,
Yeah.
and
It was easy. It was a really easy fight.
it was a really easy fight.
You fight a lion tamer, he's got skills. You fight a data analyst.
Exactly. The only skills he's got are there. You go. Obviously, I'm glad that I didn't win a fight against an English teacher, because imagine walking into a classroom with that horrific grammar. I was fully expecting just to be a wee bit kind of quieter tonight. To the point that I sent you a message saying, like, this will either be the best thing I could do right now or the worst thing I could do.
Yeah.
And well, the jury's still out, but clearly, even when I'm depressed to the point of, I was going to make a joke there and say to the point of suicidal thought, which isn't funny and also isn't true. But if you're backpedaling already,
just making sure you're back in the form.
Exactly. So
exactly. You never took a day off.
It's the pretense of normality. So I was just thinking, if I'm this kind of down, well, it'll probably show when we're doing this. But though I think the only reason that people know is because all I've done for the last 7 minutes is talk about it.
Yeah, so, yeah. It is hard to hide things when you bring them up. It's true.
I know exactly. But maybe if I hadn't, but if I hadn't, the fact that I've got it out there and we've started a kind of joke about it, it might be slightly better than me just kind of going, right, welcome to. I don't know.
We're you throwing the rug down, and now we're just putting the bricks on top.
Absolutely.
I never actually got a job. I never actually got a job as a builder.
You never got a job as a builder. You just beat up a builder.
It's just But yeah, all I had on was carpet and bricks. I didn't even have any cement. It was just saliva I used and receipts that were in my wall.
Just kind of gummed up.
Yeah.
To make a kind of makeshift paste cement style thing. Jessie says hi. I talked to her a little bit earlier, so Jessie says hi. So hi, Jessie.
Jessie, do you want to see something funny? This hat ages me, but this is what I'm dealing with today.
I know, look at your hair. To be honest, you said look at the state of your hair, and I saw the state of my hair and realised that clearly you're a lot more self-conscious of it. The state of you than
it's just because I got more hair. I just got my hair's longer, so there's so much. It just goes everywhere.
You don't need to. I mean, you said I've got more hair there, and then you kind of think in case I was worried. Like
I backpedaled. I did a U. Well, I didn't mean it that way, but I did hear how it sounded as it came out.
I've got a full head of hair. My hair's not got a full head of hair.
I've seen it up close.
You have seen it up close.
I've stood staring at the back of your head.
Staring at the back of my head. Helmet hair, Jessie says. I'm not entirely sure how to take that comment. That might mean something else in Glasgow. But yeah, it's your hair after you've had a helmet on. So yeah, you're fine. The only kind of hats I've got are little kind of.
Oh, this is the only hat that I've got. Oh, if I had any other hat, I would be wearing any other hat. Trust me on that.
These are the only two hats I own.
Is that what's like a wee Norman hat and a wee World War I hat?
A wee Norman hat and a kind of like a knight. But you know when you ever saw knights kind of jousting and one of them had the full armor, and then you always saw the guy like that, and you just went, they're going to take an eye out.
It always goes in there, doesn't it? In all the movies,
especially if you're watching something like Game of Thrones, you just go, he's going to die.
Is that not what happens? Is that not what the Black Knight does to somebody in Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Does he not throw his sword right through the slot in the guy's helmet?
Yeah, he does something like that, doesn't it?
The first guy, the guy that he actually kills before you shall not pass.
I think that is what happens, isn't it? Yeah, because I remember watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail with my daughter and forgetting how violent it was.
Yeah, he cuts all his limbs off and leaves some wriggling on the floor.
Because you just think it's the funny stuff, like like Burn the Witch and stuff. You know, hilarious
Yeah.
stuff like burning witches. And then you realise that there's a lot like the bunny as well. But anyway, sorry, I
Oh,
was going to
why
say,
the buddy?
yeah, we're
The holy
deviating
hand
and then
grenade.
realise that's the entire ethos behind the show.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So,
a good film. What the hell are we talking about before that? No,
uh,
Jesse showed up.
Jesse showed up.
That's fine.
I've got the blues.
My hair's a mess.
Your hair's a mess. That's pretty much up to date. Uh,
It's a long list of equally important problems.
absolutely. What have you done since last time you met?
Except Jesse being here is not a problem. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense on multiple levels.
So since last we met, I just have stared into a dark abyss.
And the abyss
That's what I'm at.
back.
Yeah, exactly. Beware. If you look long enough into the abyss looks back at you. Bit of Nietzsche there for anyone.
Well, I have so okay. I'm gonna pull us up out of quoting Nietzsche. I had the finale of the Savage Worlds campaign at the weekend there. We rented
There you
out a
go.
prison. It was incredible.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah.
So we
Awesome.
went down. There was it's like underneath a pub, so you can go up and get drinks and come down and keep playing.
Yeah.
But the GM seat was a fucking throne. It was like a big ass
No.
throne, and they had like a leather bound like GM screen and a TV that like sat on the table, like in the middle of the table, and you could like put shit up on the TV and put minis down on it. It was incredible.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and they had like they for some reason the choice of like they provided snacks, which was really cool, but their choices were really weird. It was like Haribo and Kinder Bueno, like loads of Kinder Buenos, like really
Should have been right
specific.
up my street.
Yeah, Kinder Buenos were lovely. Yeah, it was fucking class. It was really cool.
Sounds
But it
amazing.
was like a proper like apparently the place burnt down 200 years ago, and it was the people that owned the building were doing they were like putting gas lines in or something. This is like recent, not like recently, like in the last however many years, and
Yeah.
they drilled through a wall, and they're like, we shouldn't be able to drill through this, and then they knocked it through, and they found an entire prison underneath the pub
That's
that had been lost for 200
terrifying.
years. It had been lost for 200 years, and apparently it burnt down. So there's like char in places and all.
I've seen horror films that have started like that. There's something behind this wall.
It's a bunch of people playing D&D. That's a Christian mother's worst nightmare in the 70s.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
What was what did they call that? The Satanic Panic, I think, was the
yes, that's right. Yes.
the Satanic. It's about music and D&D and all that shit. They were worried about Satanism being on the rise.
Yep.
It's funny because if you ever seen a D&D session, it's maybe the least intimidating thing in the world.
I remember my mum read a book. My mum wasn't much of a reader.
Right.
She wasn't much
Not
of a
like
reader.
you.
I get my reading from my dad, but my mum read a book in the 80s called Mazes and Monsters.
Mazes and
basically,
Monsters.
and it was about a group of people kind of running a campaign. Like, it was obviously, they clearly couldn't get the rights to call it Dungeons, but it's called Mazes
Yeah.
and Monsters, and it was about people running a campaign, and one of them goes a bit. Goes a wee bit kind of mental.
Yeah.
And they made like a really bad TV movie of it, which I saw. But I remember reading the book when my mum said, "Oh, this is a really good book. You'd like this. This would be right up your street." And I remember reading it, and it must have been like the late 80s, I think, or the early 90s. And there were just a wee bit too many kind of sex scenes in it. And I'm just thinking, my mum's made me read like,
Yeah, Mum, what are you doing, Mum?
I said, read this, son. But it was strange because it's one of these books that if I read it now, it wouldn't stay with me. But because I read it quite a young age, it did.
It stuck with you. What did your
Yeah,
dad recommend you, Lolita?
That's it. This son is a classic.
You love this song, I loved it. You're
Yeah,
the
I mean,
Flat Cat makes that way worse.
to be honest, it was probably like one sex scene in it. Uh, and in my head now, because I was like heading into my formative years, there's like shagging on every page, which there wasn't. I know that. I know intellectually there wasn't.
But that
But anyway,
happens. That
I want
happens with
to read that again now.
that happens with young memories. I remember reading. You ever heard of the game Earthbound?
Yes.
Yeah, with Ness and all that. Well, the final boss in that game, Giagas, is like this. It's just like this big background that kind of looks like a fetus that just warps and shit. Well, the guy who wrote that game said that that was trauma. Like he saw that as like nightmares and stuff when he was a kid because he walked into a film and witnessed a rape scene in a film as a little kid and saw that and was like traumatized by it.
Jeez.
And he said what the film was. The film that he mentioned does not contain a rape scene.
Really?
So what his young mind interpreted something in that film and misremembered it as a rape scene, but it wasn't.
Yeah, because I don't remember that scene in Flight the Navigator either.
It's a great escape. It's the bit when they first get caught.
I'm only mentioning Flight of the Navigator because I was having a conversation with someone else about Flight of the Navigator earlier, and I wasn't even having a conversation about Flight of the Navigator anyway. It just came up.
It just came up.
It came up briefly.
Well, do you know what's coming up on Saturday? I didn't know this until someone at work told me. It's National Cinema Day, or not international? Maybe national. I don't know.
Cinema Day. I probably just if I go to the cinema at the weekend, I'll probably just keep it national.
yeah. I don't think I want to go to any international cinemas. They're too far away.
Too far away.
Yeah. I have to get on the bus and then I'll probably have to get a ferry.
Exactly. It's just it's more trouble than it's worth.
But
I need more notice.
The offer that most cinemas are doing is £3 a ticket for any for like 40x, IMAX, whatever you want. It's £3 a ticket.
I've already got plans on Saturday, or I just spend the whole day in the cinema.
I'm gonna go see Nope. I think the new Jordan Peele one.
Oh right, yeah. I mean, that'll be worth a watch. I remember.
Yeah.
Get Out.
Get Out was class.
Yeah, it was class. Us not so much.
Not as good, but still.
Yeah, I still enjoyed it.
I still enjoyed it. Very strange, but that's never really a problem.
Yeah,
definitely not for you.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I did enjoy it, but I don't think as much as I enjoyed Get Out.
Yeah, Get Out's a genius. It's the best modern one.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Come on in.
With the cap on. Come on in.
But yeah, that'll be worth a watch. Let me know how it is.
Yeah, absolutely will. I'm looking forward to it. I'm trying to get some other people involved. You just said you got plans on Saturday.
Yeah,
there's an opening in a session of Pathfinder for Saturday. We were a man dying and we need a man. But I know it would be at 11 a.m. to 3.
Yeah, I can't do it. I'm
balls. I know.
Damn
it. well, they're wanting maybe a 5th man for a campaign, but it would be a campaign and it'd be most Saturdays.
Yeah, see, that's another issue as well.
Yeah.
Not because of like anything resembling a social life or anything, but just because of the geographical location.
Yeah. I'm quite a wee bit away.
So get them to move it to Glasgow, and then it's your problem, not mine. Cool. If my plans change, I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they won't change.
If you run away to the circus, you'll run away to one that's in Edinburgh.
Well, yeah, exactly. Edinburgh's probably still got circuses kind of hanging about, post-fringe circuses.
Yeah, the ones that haven't quite managed to pack up yet. Oh, man. This year, experiencing the Fringe as someone who is not taking part and is just working has been fucking awful. It's been good because I've seen some Fringe shows, but like the bin workers are on strike, so none of the bins have been emptied. So there's a bin next to Waverley Station that for 2 meters either side of it, it has piles of rubbish that's up to the middle of the bin. So it's just like, and there's also the bin's full and there's stuff on top of the bin.
Yeah, it's
It
just horrific.
stinks. The whole city stinks.
Glasgow's just as bad now, and I think our bin men have been in strike for like about a day and a half, and it already looks like an absolute shithole. But we were already a step ahead of you anyway, just on account of the fact we were halfway there.
It's easy to be a bin man in Glasgow. You just set fire to it every night, and it burns off. All the rubbish just burns off in the morning.
It's the same as we deal with our homeless problem.
Yeah, they're trapped under the garbage.
Yeah, they just set fire to them. It's horrific.
Yeah. And then you get the rattler. The rattler. He's got his cart. He comes out, the rattler man, and he gets all the charred black bones, all the rattled bones, and he's like, just put them in the rattle cart. And everyone's looking at everyone's looking at the rattled bone.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. There's a sequence for you in a
absolutely. I'm just remember yeah, that's going to affect me later.
You're going to try and sleep when you're thinking about the rattler.
Exactly, that's it. Well, that might be my problem, is the fact that trying to sleep, that's already a no-go.
Yeah.
As soon as I put any element of effort into it, it's just not going to happen.
As soon as you try to sleep, you just start hearing the rattling off in the distance.
I hear the rattling cart. So do you know what?
Shall we?
Let's break some records and start.
Shall we? Oh my god, this is the worst phase I've ever pulled in my life.
I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's not. Oops, sorry, I muted the mic there.
Oof. No, never let me see that again. That was terrible.
Right. Let's do it. Do you know, I'm not comfortable. I think
because I'm a nice comfy armchair.
I know, I'm sitting the exact same way I always sit. And I'm just clearly not comfortable up here, so I'm not comfortable down here. That sounds wrong. I'm not comfortable up here, so I'm not comfortable down there. It sounds like an advert for for fixing your mental health. I don't know. Let's stop.
By getting you condoms.
Exactly. That's it. Extra large, please.
Yes, yes indeed.
Yes. No, it's just bigging myself up there.
Yeah.
Just 2 seconds. Right. We should start.
Let's do it. Captain Tarkin at the ready with her helmet hair.
So let's do it. Let's do it, Captain Tarkin. Right. So we ended on a cliffhanger last week, as we always do, as we always try to do. And the cliffhanger was one of our less exciting cliffhangers. That here, you had the choice of basically heading to a large grey planet that was about 2.7 light years away, very specific, or going to a smaller planet that's just a short distance ahead that you can reach at sub-light speed.
Yeah, we'll go for that one, the one that's close.
Go for that one. I just feel that because we've started this early, you've now got potentially 37 minutes in which to die rather than the normal 10.
That's never stopped me from losing a character.
That's true. Gork. Let's not forget Gork. So you go into the closer one?
Yeah, closer one, please.
You die. I'm only joking.
Oh
you take up orbit position around a small planet circling a large red star. Scanners indicate the planet is probably devoid of life.
The red star sounds like a name for a butthole.
The surface is hot and volcanic. Do you want to beam down and explore or leave?
Get my beam down there into that red star.
Let's do it. You want this to be the last episode. You can choose 2 crew members to accompany you down to the planet.
All right, volcanic. I feel like we'll need a fighter, so let's get Mork.
How do you know they can fight a volcano?
Hey, I believe in Mork. He's a firefighter.
Absolutely. Right, so Mark. Who else?
Well, take Dr. Springfinger.
Dr. Springfinger. Let's do this. Everybody's at full strength. Cool, right? No worries. Apart from, yeah, right, cool.
As long as Onion's okay, we're good.
Onion's fine. Good. Onion's doing really well.
Barking and wagging his tail.
So you beam down to the planet's surface. You leave the ship, reappear on the surface of the planet. The heat is tremendous. Imagine that. The heat is tremendous in this volcano planet.
No, that's not good. When my head gets too warm, I pee myself.
And the cooling system within your EVA suits must work at maximum. The surface of the planet is volcanic, and small eruptions in the ground around you spray out molten lava. You've got the choices of scanning for signs of life, looking more closely at the erupting volcano nearby, which is that.
How closely does it mean?
I don't know. Or return to the ship.
Apache and return to the ship. Well, let's scan for life forms. That seems safer than just getting closer to the volcano.
Yeah, good call. The extreme temperature on the planet prevents your scanner from functioning properly. There's no way of telling whether or not life exists here. You can explore further on foot or abandon this inhospitable planet and return to the ship.
Let's continue on foot.
Continue on foot. Let's do it.
I like how it's changed from you may leave the planet to you may abandon this inhospitable wasteland.
The party approaches a rim of a large crater. Looking cautiously over the edge, you peer down into a pool of molten rock. The heat is unbearable. Suddenly, the ground beneath you ruptures and the rock under your feet crumbles, causing you all to lose your balance.
Fuck.
Roll 2 dice for each of you in turn and compare the total rolled with your skill scores. If anyone rolls a number higher than the skill score, the disturbing causes a crew member to fall forwards into the rim to their death.
No, this is a save or die. Oh, shit.
Save or die.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't bring Onion.
If you die, the quest is over.
What do we do?
Your skill's 11, right?
So I need to roll a 6 and a 4, basically. Or 2 5s.
Yeah, basically, you're all right. I think you're safe enough, right?
Say that because you could roll boxcars and I'm out of there.
Was it equal to? No, it's if the roll's higher than your skill score, so you're fine. You got equal to. You rolled a 5 and a 6. Honestly, I need to take a picture of this.
That is the definition of a ball hair.
I know. I'm taking a picture of this to show you. Just in case
me. Oh my god! By a ball hair.
That was so. Captain Tarkin's fine. I just panicked there for a second because I thought maybe it was equal to, but luckily it was more than. So you're fine.
I think Captain Tarkin let a little bit of pee out.
Yeah, Captain Tarkin should have let a little bit of pee out. Next up, you've got Mark. Mark has a skill of 12, so Mark's fine.
Yeah, Mark can't fail, right?
Dr. Springfinger also has a skill of 12. You're fine.
We're fine. No one just died. So this planet was basically just, do you want to try and not die or leave? So this time leaving was
the only person that could have died there was Captain Tarkin. If you don't die, you decide to beam back to the ship with any of the crew that survived. So that was a pointless endeavour.
Yes, it was. Sometimes you do have to turn around at the front door. I didn't realise that. I thought everywhere was like somewhere you need to explore.
Absolutely, I thought so too. You contact the ship and instruct them to beam you up. You arrive back at the transmat unit, glad to have left the inferno below, and you return to the bridge.
Lovely.
Your nearest destination is a large grey planet, some 2.3 light years ahead. You set course and enter warp speed, dropping out again a short distance from the planet. So basically that was just a slight side quest where you could
That was a detour, that's what that was.
That was worth fuck all to anybody.
Yeah, we got no joy out of that, except we nearly died. Well, we got the joy of not dying, I suppose.
Absolutely. Do you know, there was a wee bit of excitement. We just thought, oh my God, this is us for episode 11. It was guaranteed you were going to die, but it's fine.
Be a really shit revelation in one of those like adventure movies, coming of age movies, where they're like, oh, the real treasure was the friends that we made along the way. It turns out that the real treasure all along was the fact that we didn't die.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
That's the most important lesson to learn in life. The treasure is not dying.
The treasure. Whoops! Just something vibrated on my phone there. Sensors indicate you're traveling past a large spaceport some distance to starboard, which, if anybody that knows the difference between port and starboard,
it's to the right. It's to the right. Although, is that left on your screen?
Back now, y'all.
Yep. It's to the right.
Yes. So you've got the choice to dock for repairs or continue onwards.
Also, port is new. Larboard. It used to be starboard and larboard.
Didn't it?
And then they changed it because they sounded too similar. They changed it to port because you can't mistake starboard for port, but you can mistake larboard for starboard.
You can mistake larboard for larbert.
Yeah, Larbert, my friends, Larbert and Hutler. He sells cigarettes.
Did you want to dock for repairs or just continue onwards? I don't even know if you've got any repairs, but maybe it's worth checking out anyway. I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah, let's just check out. Let's dock for repairs. I don't need any. I think our shields are fine, right?
Your shields are fine. As you approach the spaceport, you receive a confused message warning you not to dock.
Okay, let's not then.
You try again to contact the spaceport, but receive no reply. Do you want to risk continuing with your plan to dock, or turn away and resume your? It's almost like the notice episode 11.
Do you know what? After that molten lava planet, I think I'm just gonna fuck off for the first time, maybe in the history of any of these. I am going to just turn around and walk away.
Fair enough.
I am over it. I ain't got time for this. Fuck off.
Let's do it. You take an orbit position around the large grey planet and scan the surface. There are positive signs of intelligent life, and you try an all-frequency radio message. Sometime later, a message comes through, and you transfer it to the screen. A grey-coloured alien with a tiny round mouth and flattened nose appears and introduces himself as Cadet of the Malini mining outpost. You introduce yourself and tell him your mission. You learn that the Malini is a mining planet. Mining malinite.
Hold on, say that again.
You learn that Malini. I'll start from the word Cadet of the Malini mining outpost. You introduce yourself, tell them the mission. You learn that Malini is a mining planet, mining malinite.
You learn that Malini is a mining planet, mining malinite.
Mining malinite. Yeah, I'll do it again. You learn that Malini is a mining planet, mining malinite.
It's getting past.
She sells seashells on the seashore.
By the mining planet of Malini.
Malinite is a valuable mineral ore. He invites you down to the planet and suggests your crew may well be interested in a visit as the contests, which are sporting events arranged for the entertainment of the miners, are in full swing.
Yeah, that's cool.
He gives you coordinates for beaming down, but interference distorts the message. You can't be certain whether he gives you the coordinates 223.473.85 or 223.473.83. So you've got the choice of continuing your journey or trying to beam down to 223.473.85 or 223.473.83.
Let's go to 0.83.
0.83?
Yeah, let's go. Why not? Let's roll the dice. Very kind of you to provide music for us while we wait.
Hope it's not anything. You select 2 crew members to accompany you.
Cloister and Mork again.
Cloister and right, okay. Cloister. Right, cool. Exciting times. Let's see what happens.
Exciting times.
As you materialise at the surface, you agree to buy Katate. He invites you. My pronunciation of that is just Katate, but I want to try and mix it up a wee bit.
Katate.
He invites you into his office and tells you more about the planet. You explain you feel that the only way back to your own universe is to travel back through a black hole.
It's only just sank in that we got that right. Oh, if we're doing deleted scenes, can we do what happened if we were to do 0.85? I really want to know now. I can't believe I got that right. Holy shit. I'm so lucky.
We'll do a deleted scene. Right, we'll do it. I'll just write down. We haven't done a deleted scene in a while.
No, we haven't. It's because we haven't done enough content to.
I haven't done exactly. Right, so I've written right. Okay, so you explain that the only way back to your own universe is to travel through a black hole, and asks whether anyone on this planet is likely to be able to help. He thinks that this is likely.
Really?
A bleeper on his desk summons him to the arena. He makes his apologies and leaves, and you await his return.
For real? He might know. He might make the next leap, the leap home.
Absolutely. Old Sam Beckett.
Approximately 0% of anyone under 25 is going to get
for 25, probably closer to 35. Do you know there's a reboot?
Is there?
Yeah, apparently it's out this year.
I thought you were about to say apparently it's brilliant, and I was about to just call bullshit.
No, it's a time travel show. I've seen it, even though it's not out yet. I think it's out in September.
Yeah, it's time traveling back to September to be released.
Yep. And
wow, that's soon. I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah. So apparently they're trying to they bring the project back to try and find out what happened to Sam Beckett.
Yeah.
And
wait, so it's not. It's gonna be someone trying to find him.
It's gonna be somebody trying to find Sam Beckett.
Oh.
And obviously, because Dean Stockwell's dead, the kind of hologram person is apparently played by somebody that only exists because Sam Beckett saved their life.
Really?
So,
wow.
So there you go. So anybody that didn't know that, Quantum Leap coming soon.
That sounds. I genuinely want to watch that.
Yeah,
I wonder. Do you reckon they'll ever reboot the Twilight Zone?
They've rebooted the Twilight Zone before, have they not?
Yeah, but I mean, like a recent one.
No, it wasn't that recent, but I think they did one in the early 2000s. I don't know. I'll check. But yeah. So apparently, there's an actor that was in the original Quantum Leap that's kind of reprising their role, and the only reason it exists is because Sam Beckett changed history. So that'll be quite interesting.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Huh.
I'm only kidding. They've not made the Quantum Leap reboot.
No.
No, I'm only kidding. They have. I just wanted to see it.
It's like come up with this insane idea. It's like,
do you know if they haven't made the Quantum Leap reboot and I just pitched that, I fucking
they're gonna take it.
Look at
they'll hoover that right off you.
I know, absolutely.
They're known to be fans of the stream.
Absolutely, yeah, they are just kind of Donald P. Belisario, wasn't it? Right. Anyway, I feel like we've wandered. You wait for perhaps an hour, but Katate does not return. The door opens and a hover robot enters the room. It stops abruptly as it senses you, and various whirrings indicate it's contacting its central processor.
I can just intuit that by looking at it. Like, yes, he must be contacting his central processor.
Do you hear the whirring that's making? That says to me.
I completely missed that.
That doesn't sound like your bog standard whirring. That sounds like the whirring of someone that's contacting its
That's a central processor whir.
Yep. Then it speaks to you, telling you to follow it. So you've got the choices of consenting to follow or insisting on waiting for Katate.
Let's follow. Wait, hold on. Oh shit! Do we want to wait for Katate? We want to follow the robot. Let's follow the robot. Fuck it.
Want to follow the robot? Okay. You follow the hover robot along a passageway of corridors. Eventually, it indicates a room that you should enter. You go into the room and wait, but nothing seems to be happening, and no one investigates you. The end. No, I'm joking. Imagine you're sitting in the room
Just you are in a room.
at the
That's it,
end.
the end of the story. You're in a room.
The walls of the room you're in are bare, and there appears to be no door in the doorway. It's just a hole in the wall.
Just a hole, right?
Yeah. So it's not like fuck. Where's the door?
Someone's next the door.
But the boot that you toss at the doorway bounces back, confirming your suspicion. You're imprisoned within the room by an invisible energy shield. Sometime later, guards return with the supervisor, who asks whether you're going in for the contests. Do you want to tell them that you are going in for the contest, or do you want to make them listen to your story?
Make them listen to my story. So funny if they were just like, yeah, okay, that sounds reasonable. We'll take you back to Katet,
Exactly.
and he'll give you a black hole generator or whatever you need.
Throw 2 dice and compare the total with your skill score. If the roll exceeds your skill score, something happens, and if it doesn't, oh,
So it's we want to roll 11 or lower, so we're Gucci.
yeah. You rolled a 5.
Yes. Critical success. I
Yep.
suppose that'd be a nat 1, wouldn't it?
The supervisor listens to your story and tries to contact Katate to confirm it. Eventually makes contact. Katate confirms your story, and the supervisor apologizes you and takes you to him.
Oh, okay, sweet. We'll go back to Katate. Oh my god, exactly what I said was going to happen.
Katate apologizes profusely for the confusion. He offers to provide the finest views in the house. Do you want to watch the contest or just beam back to the ship?
That's what? I'm not
Let's
gonna
watch the contest.
Let's watch the goddamn contest. This will be a carnival.
2 guards appear to escort you to your seat. You're a little suspicious as a sly smile spreads across Katate's face as you leave. Katate! You try to talk to the guards, but they're silent and they walk you through a network of corridors.
This doesn't feel safe now.
It doesn't feel safe. The guards escort you to another room where you're instructed to change into tight fitting uniforms.
Wouldn't
I
it
get
be
the
so
feeling that this
funny?
might be what's happening in the cover of the book.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting finally to the dream. But wouldn't it be really funny if he brought me back to that room that the robot put me in?
And then it was just a loop.
And then I had to tell the guards that the robot, I was waiting on the robot coming back.
And then you just keep going forever.
Just stuck in a time loop.
So the guards escort you into a room. You're instructed to change into tight-fitting uniforms. You're given sturdy helmets to wear.
Yeah, this is definitely.
Which is why your hair's the state it is. Yeah,
I've got helmet head.
The guards will tell you nothing of your event, but they'll lead you down a room towards a tunnel. Your heart sinks as you emerge from the tunnel. You stand in a vast arena, and the aliens cheer deafeningly. So you can't hear anymore either. In the center of the arena is a large, dark manslayer robot.
What's a manslayer robot? Wait, show the picture from the front because that'll be
That's a manslayer robot.
What the fuck? It's got butcher knives for hands.
Manslayer, the door behind you slams shut and the manslayer advances. Evidently, you must defeat this robot before it kills you.
I must defeat a robot with knives for hands.
In this fight, the robot's power enough to fight all of you in every attack round.
On every. So he's just like doing big cleaves, big swings that hits all of us.
So the manslayer robot's got a skill of 10.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So basically, you've Captain Tarkin's got an advantage of 1. Everyone else got what's Cloister got? Captain Tarkin's got an advantage of 1. Cloister's got no advantage, and Mort's got an advantage of 2.
Oh, we're not doing too bad. I'm really glad I didn't bring Onion here as well. I feel like Onion should just stay on the ship now.
I think
it's getting a lot more violent.
It is. So let's do this.
Yeah, let's take this manslayer down.
And it
He's a
says,
manslayer.
as soon as any of your party inflict a hit, the fight stops. So that's interesting. It's only got stamina of 4 as well.
So we okay. So we
So,
only have to like ring its bell. We don't have to kill it.
yeah. So it can attack all 3 of you, and then one of you can attack it.
Fuck me.
You should probably go with Mork.
Yeah, for sure.
It rolls a 2. I think you're all right. 5, 8, 5.
Yo.
Yeah, you inflict a hit. It's fine.
Ah, there you go. Manslayer robot's not so bad. We'll wait until they remove the limiters and it becomes a whirlwind of knives.
The Manslayer robot has a toughened plasti metal armor, which is resistant to most attacks, although it's vulnerable at certain locations. Each time any of your party attempts to damage the robot, you have to roll. If you roll a 5 or a 6, you found a weak spot. But if you roll a 1, 2, 3, or 4, you cause no damage.
Wow,
It's only got a stamina of 4, but it's hard
That's
to hit.
that's very like a feature in Pathfinder and D&D called concealment, which is basically kind of like that, where you miss. Like even if you would normally hit, it still makes you miss.
Yep. So that's what's happening here.
Yeah.
Stamina 4. Here we go. Here we go. Exciting times. Cue music.
Yeah.
Music. Sex.
Sex. I need to get new curtains.
All right, okay, so you have to roll 1 dice to see if you hit. You managed to get a hit there. So if you roll a 5 or a 6, you hit it. 3. Nothing. Nothing. This might take a while.
Yeah, this might take a while getting that missed chance.
7, 8. Oh, Mark's been hit. Mark's been hit.
No, not Mork. Not the only person who can fight.
Mark's stamina's down to 13. It
How much
was
damage?
What's that?
How much damage does that the Slayer man?
Just a damage of 2.
Huh.
So it was at 30. It was at 13, but it had gone back up to 15 because Dr. Springfinger can fix you every time you visit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Back down to 13 again. So and then roll to see if you you the other 2 of you don't hit it.
Shit.
Oh no. Yeah, no, you're fine. You don't hit it. No.
Wow.
8. We need to get a box of Doom.
We really need to get a box of Doom with a wee camera in it. That would be incredible.
Mark and Oyster have both been hit.
Get a webcam. You could put the box of Doom as a third participant in the call.
Yeah. I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
Oyster's down to a stamina of 13 and Mark's down to a stamina of 11. But you've managed to get a hit on the robot.
Incredible.
Captain Tarkin was the only one that was able to hit. Right.
Captain Tarkin's a living legend, that's why.
11. All 3 of you been hit that time.
God fucking damn it.
Captain Tarkin's down to 15.
Tarkin's got health for days though.
Mark's down to 9. Cloyster's down to 11.
Oh, Mork, don't you go the same way as Gork before you.
9, 7. Cloyster's been hit.
Oh my god. Guys, will everyone stop getting hit, please?
Cloyster's down to 9.
Oh, he took max damage as well.
Yep. And you don't get a hit in.
We're getting absolutely destroyed now.
I'm getting absolutely destroyed. 10, 9. I want to roll that again because it fell out of my hands. But it doesn't matter because Clijster's been hit again.
I feel like we may as well be spitting at this thing.
Clijster's down to 7.
We're
And you don't
about to
get
witness.
hit. Bloody hell.
We're about to witness the end of Dave Clijster.
Clijster's been hit again.
I think we may be losing our engineer or whatever he is.
Clijster's down to 5 stamina points. Nobody gets a hit in. Fucking hell.
We just need one hit before Clijster dies.
You only need one more hit.
Bandaging his wounds. He at this point he's like giving us a pendant and telling us that, you know, to tell his mother that he loved her, and we're like, no, we're gonna get this wrong.
Exactly. Tell her I love her. Nobody get hit there, so you're all right.
Mama.
Didn't get hit either. 5, probably all right with this as well. Yeah. So a minute. 6. Clijster's fine again that time. Yes, and you get a hit and it rolled a 5 or 6. You've killed the robot.
Thank fuck.
Clijster's down to 5, Mark's down to 9, and Captain Tarkin's down to 15.
Let's get Dave Clijster a fucking day off.
The crowd roars. The crowd roars as the robot topples and crashes to the ground. You're led away to meet the senior executive of the mining organisation who presents you with a customary prize. Freedom!
We're about to meet the head of Jupiter Mining Corps.
Exactly. Dave Clijster. So you're given freedom and a handsome quantity of malonite.
Fuck's sake. Yo, here's your freedom and a bunch of rocks. You're welcome.
You mentioned your desire to find a way back to your own universe. He nods and asks you to follow him to the astronautical headquarters.
Wow. Wow. Oh my god. John, we could actually do this. This is the first time I've ever felt hope like this.
He takes you to the astronautical headquarters and has words with his director of operations, who pulls out a blade and cuts your head off.
In one smooth motion.
Who disappears into another room and returns with a printout. So far as the department can ascertain, the black hole you require is in Sector 83.
Sector 83. Okay.
I would be writing that down.
Yeah, I would be writing that down
Sector
as well if I had a pen.
It's Sector 083.
Sector 083. Okay. That is legitimately getting written down.
Cool. But he cannot be sure of the correct timing. Oh, I get the feeling you need to know an exact time to be there. And the sector number.
This is the fucking shaft in the head of the hammer.
It's the same game.
He's just rescheduled it.
You thank him for the information and return to the ship to continue your journey.
I go to that place where they said don't dock. And go to that place where they said don't dock, and I walk in, and I go through the airlock, and I walk in, and in a parallel universe at the same time, Harry Slaughter walks into that fungus room, and he puts that crown on at the exact same time that I activate some sort of death trap. It's all parallel. This is the Cloverfield paradox.
Excellent, beautiful. You now have 2 choices. You can head back to you can head towards a large wheel-shaped structure hanging in space, or enter hyperspace and jump towards a small black planet.
Let's go to a big wheel. What the fuck's there a big wheel?
I think the big wheel might be the space dock. I don't know. You slow down, approach a large wheel-shaped structure rotating slowly in space. Making radio contact, you learn it as the spaceport. Laurel Jamal. Your ship is welcome to dock there and facilities for repairing ships, but payment must be made in a currency you've never heard of.
Oh, well, if I don't have the currency, then
maybe the malonite will work.
They are in the same sector. Yeah, fuck it. Let's rock up there.
Right. Okay. The ships. Right. You've got the choice of trying to pay with something like malonite. You can try and bargain with them, or decide not to bother.
Give them the malonite.
Giving them the Malonite. Right, okay.
I mean, it seems logical, right?
Yeah, it seems logical. Right, okay. Any of the following may be offered to pay your docking fees, as all are valuable in the spaceport. Yellow mineral powder, Malonite, or fluorescent green metal.
Malonite,
Yeah,
fluorescent
you don't have it
green metal? Where would we have
Yep.
gotten fluorescent green metal?
And the fluorescent green planet.
That sounds a lot like uranium.
Exactly. So let's see, right? So you're going to use a Malonite?
Yeah.
You're in, man.
Yes. Get me refueled and restocked. And can you fix Cloister's leg? It's not been bending right.
Inside the spaceport, you follow the corridor until you're approached by a hovering device of some kind.
Fuck, not another hover robot.
Exactly. Announces itself as a service robot and asks if it may be of assistance.
What kind of services do you offer, my dear?
You've got the choices of asking to be taken to someone of authority. You can ask whether there's any recreation facilities or how you would go about giving the ship a service overhaul. Maybe that's your cliffhanger.
It's a very good cliffhanger, actually, because I'm actually thinking about this.
Yeah, so you've got a week to decide. So the reason that I'm finishing at 56 minutes is so we can go and do the deleted scene.
That's right. Yeah, we need to find out what happens if we went to 0.85 instead of 0.83. I remember.
So we're that's us done for the kind of core episode of Type 10 at Warp 10. If you're not interested in the deleted scene, you can just leave now.
Yeah, but come on, we need to know what happened behind Warp 0.85.
So, but if you want to stick around and find out what was in the deleted scene, then we'll see you after the countdown.
He's back.
Welcome back.
John Carruthers just snuck back into your house after the house party's ended.
Deleted scene. Deleted scene. You've got the choice of the deleted scene of picking 2 crew members, but we'll just go for the same 2.
Yeah, because they're already here.
And you beam down the transmatter unit. You dematerialize and appear again on the surface. Looking around you, you find you're in an open-air enclosure of some kind with dome-shaped buildings behind you. The noise of a siren pierces the air, and from the dome run 3 aliens similar to Katate with their weapons drawn. Do you allow them to approach to see what they want, or draw your weapons and fire?
Let's allow them to approach and see what they want. The guy runs at you screaming with a weapon drawn. Let's see what he wants.
They run up to you and surround you.
Well, hi, boys.
You explain to them you've been invited down by Katate, but they've never heard of him, and grab you, taking your phasers. They seem to be some kind of security guards, and they escort you to a detention room and lock you in. I'm assuming it's the same detention room.
Probably is, yeah.
And we'll find out. It's the same detention room. So you'd have ended up in the same place. So I'm going to find out what would happen if you fire upon them.
Yeah, I want to find out. There'll probably be a fight, but we'll skip the fight, obviously, and see what happens if we win.
Yep. As you go for the phasers, they fire at you. You must resolve the phaser shootout, but as the weapons were already drawn, they fire first at you. Blah, blah, blah. You can surrender at any time.
Yeah, I imagine we'll just be thrown back in the prison.
Surrender at any time. You just end up back in the jail. But if you kill them,
yeah,
we'll find out what happens.
Oh my god.
You realise you've chosen the wrong coordinates and contact the ship. You have yourself beamed back aboard and beam you to the correct coordinates of 223.473. What a shit resolution that was.
You just beam out back and it's like nothing happened. There's a bunch of rotten corpses on the rooftop. I
feel like there was a lot of kind of. They seem to be definitely, this episode, were definitely pushed in a very specific direction.
well, the railroad tracks are definitely there. We're just trundling
Absolutely.
along.
Whereas before there was always, I always feel there was an element of choice, but this time, alas, it was not to be. Anyway,
Yeah. It was, in fact, this time it's not even choice, it's just guess right or guess wrong. And if
guess
you
right or
guess
guess wrong.
wrong, you will eventually go round to the right choice, but you'll probably
Yeah.
take some damage.
Whatever was happening, you were ending up in that room, I think.
Yeah, they really wanted us in that fucking room.
Although I don't know what would have happened if you'd waited for Kate. He'd probably have come in and went, "Come with me," and
Yeah.
taken. Yeah, I reckon
Let
it
me
was
get you.
inevitable.
He would have just went in the room. He was like, "Oh, aye, that black hole's in sector 83. Off you
Aye,
go."
catch you later.
No,
So,
no, no.
so
He did make us fight a murder robot.
he made you fight a murder robot first.
Mm. He probably would have made us fight a murder robot in any case.
Yeah, he didn't tell you it was 083. Somebody else took you there. But anyway, so
I
that's
know
us.
why. Because that's the one on the front cover. That's why he's done that. It's like you have to do this fight.
Yeah, that's it. That's inevitable. You fight this murder robot, and else people go, "Do you know that was really good, but what happened with that robot?"
In your
Wonderful
tight
lady.
wee uniform.
Yep.
Also, I'd been picturing the crew in that uniform. I didn't realize that was a uniform that we just put on for one fight, and then
Absolutely. Yeah.
presumably take back off after.
I mean, you can continue to picture them in that uniform if you want.
I want just because that's the only. Why would you put a picture on the front cover of the book of like them, but not looking the way they normally look? Why would you pick like the
Absolutely.
one time they're wearing a different outfit?
That's a fair point.
And they also never describe what the crew's outfit looks like. I don't think.
I like to think the one down there is actually, sorry, this is actually really hard to do. In fact, the one down there, just because kind of on all fours, is Onion.
Yeah, yeah, that's Onion. Onion just looks like he's biting at that guy's left. Tarkin's no, it's not Tarkin. That's Cloister's leg.
Yep.
Onion's biting.
So there we go. Right. Anyway, that was episode 11, which means you have now, this is a new record.
We've broken new ground.
Next week's episode 12.
Yeah, incredible.
Well done,
It's
sir.
a day of firsts. Well, that
So
one
you'll die
first.
next week instead.
Yeah, just make it the 12.
Unless, heaven forbid, you might die in real life before then and you did only make it to 11.
Yeah, yeah. But my character lives on, and in a way, that's better
Yeah,
than.
no, I'll get somebody else to do it. I could replace you like that.
Yeah, yeah. It would take 2 minutes. You could get.
You'll be queuing up, fucking queuing up to replace
Yeah.
you. If the death's suspicious, I've got a list of potential candidates that just wanted to go into this show.
It's a short list. Yeah, it's been there for ages. Onion is actually on that list.
Onion is that list.
Yeah, it's every entry. Just get Onion on.
Just exactly. Onion makes some fantastic choices.
Onion's really good at the game. That's all I can say.
One bark for left, two for right.
You read out the choices in order, and Onion barks the number of times.
The only reason that the show never makes it to 11 episodes again is just because Onion completes it in half the time.
Yeah, it's sort of like a savant.
Yeah, and a lot of that might be down to the fact we'd probably have more gameplay in because it'd be very difficult to have like a meaningful conversation.
No, you'd think that, but the thing is, Onions actually holds his own in banter. That's what's unbelievable about it. Like, it's something about the tone of the barks. You sort of just get it. It's like, oh my god, Onion, you're so smart. You are a science officer, so that makes sense.
Who's a good boy?
Yeah, I know. He's the goodest, smartest, cleverest boy ever.
Yeah. Right, anyway, on that note, this has been Tight 10 at Warp 10, episode 11. I have been John Carruthers, and that, I'm supposed to say who you are first, then you do. Fuck that. This is Chris Ashworth.
And this is John Carruthers.
Good night. Time for an awkward end the broadcast bit where I don't